So Bevo back on the road again, one more time?
Yeah, that's it, one more. Yeah, it's been tough, there's no question about it, but obviously we had a horrible week last week and yeah, we've got to bounce back. Yeah, the guys are pretty focused.
Speaking about focus, is there a danger that they're looking ahead to Friday week and the big grand entrance to the Perth Arena?
Oh, I hope not. I hope not. And yeah, if that's the case, that's an issue for us. I mean, right now, we were hurt pretty bad the other day. We put on a dismal performance. So training this week's been pretty. They're getting after each other. So they're thinking about redeeming themselves now rather than worry about next week.
How have the players dealt with the travel schedule, and how have you been managing it, the workload?
Oh, it's,
you go one more.
We have to, and that's the mentality we're going with. We've had a tremendous start, and we want to continue to get better. And we've put so many things in place from recovery perspectives, and it does take its toll. There's no question. I get off a plane and I feel wrecked, and I'm not playing. So from a physical perspective, it has been a massive challenge, and I think that they've done a superb job to get there. But right now we've got one to go, and then we're finally at home.
How are Adelaide different this year? Obviously a massive change in the roster.
Yeah, no, they're talent-wise top 3 team. There's no question about that. The way that they got all bases. Yeah, they got point guards, they got toughness, they've got bigs, they got everything there. Right now, I think the advantage for us is that we have been together a while. They've got 5 new players in the team, so they still don't know, who they are, what their true identity is yet. But they're a hot and cold team, and they can definitely be hot.
Is that how you think you'll get up on them? Like having the experience and being together, whereas they're a bit all over the place?
Yeah, I think that last week was great for us to have our asses kicked, that we did not follow our system of play. And when we do, we're great, and that's what we're saying. We've been together, it's our 4th year as a group, and so it was totally unacceptable last weekend. That's what we're talking about, is our game style, what we do. So I'm not overly worried about what they do. It's about us. We've got to get back to run the floor, to play pressure defence, to challenge shots. All of those things that we are great at.
The opening Adelaide's trip to Melbourne will take a bit out of them.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, every trip's tough.
Yeah,
it's simple as that. But right now, so we've got one to go. We're in pretty good shape, and we're going for it.
Is that the worst loss you've been involved with, Bevo?
I thought it was, but somebody reminded me I've had worse. Obviously here at the Wildcats, it was the worst. It was one of the most horrible experiences I've been through as a coach, just trying to plug so many holes and to an extent losing control of the situation. So from my perspective, it was probably the worst loss I've ever had.
Some former Wildcats there, Shensha and Way.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Get after them.
Again, it's one of those things like, Shent's got an advantage with height, but we've got an advantage with our mobility. Way has been outstanding this year. He's leading the league in 3-point shooting. So, again, we've challenged our players that we can't let them get off and get open shots. So we know what their strengths are, and we've got to minimise that.
Not just the mobility, but
You go.
Shensha, not just the mobility, but can Matty get stuck into him physically as well?
Matty right now is playing great basketball. He physically is just a beast, and whether Shensha can handle his physicality, time will tell, and his mobility, the way he gets up and down the floor. We want to try and make Shensha play some defence against Matty.
Is there any update on the Boomers job yet? Have you heard any more?
No, not at all. I met with them just to find out what the process is. They're still doing their review. That's in the future. I'm not worried about it. I'm more concerned about us right now and redeeming ourselves from last week.
But it's certainly, it's probably the job that you love in the end.
Yeah, everybody knows that. It's something that I've always wanted to do, is be the head coach of our national team, and right now the only way I can do that is by being successful with the Wildcats, and I'm going to continue to just work as hard as I can, and if that happens, fantastic. If it doesn't, I'll just keep chipping away.